Hi everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of Weecap Wednesdays. Today we're getting back into White Lotus, Season 3, Episode 2. So this episode is very specific towards focusing on special treatments for each of the families, groups, the people who are staying at the resort for this season. And we open this episode up with the besties who are talking shit about the one friend that went to go cry. They're still talking shit. But bestie number 3 comes back in like stumbling, like, oh my god, I'm so drunk. You know how you are when you're drunk? And it gets real weird. They're a weird group. And the monkeys are mentioned again. Like, we're bringing up the monkeys again. Mook is still sus. I still don't know what her deal is. Her and the security guard have what is a cute moment, but like the security guard catches feelings for her. I can tell, but she's just like, business. Nothing weird is happening. I don't trust her. And so then we go to breakfast. Breakfast is where we get the opening with everybody, kind of see where everyone's at, and feel the vibe of how they are with their treatment kind of schedules. Because I didn't get to mention this in the first recap, but this specific White Lotus hotel is a spa. It specializes in spa treatments and like meditation, self-help, basically rich people feeling better. Mom really loves her lorazepam, which for those who don't know, it's like an antidepressant, anti-seizure sleep medication. It really knocks you out. I was on it for 1 week before I had to get ripped off of it, and she just pops it like it's candy. Those are her little Tic Tacs. Good for her. Dad is still getting calls. This time they're getting a little bit more aggressive and they're happening more frequent, but because of the time difference, like, it makes him mad. It's like, why can't everyone just be awake right now? And it's like, bro, you're on the other side of the world. Rich people problems, am I right? So the 3 little besties like go to breakfast, but like the super tight ass one from Texas, she recognizes the mom, and they have like this really weird, really weird, very uncomfortable like interaction where it's like, oh my god, I know you. Do you recognize me? And the mom's like, but the third bestie from Texas, she will not shut up. She's like, oh my god, yeah, we were at this thing. She like keeps describing the whole weekend, and mom is just like, she had them lorazepam eyes, okay? It was weird. I'm sure that won't come back up later. Anyway, so baby Billy and Chelsea's her name. I learned her name. Little cutie. She gets her spa treatment with him. She's got her day of like massage, whatever. Then we cut to everyone doing their thing. The besties are doing like yoga and stuff. One of the brothers is doing like a hydraulic thing. You know where you like just lay in water and you're supposed to like feel something? I don't know rich person activities. The daughter's doing really meditative yoga. Oh, the oldest Lannister brother, he goes for a massage and it's like he's sitting on his back and he gets a boner mid-massage. I hate him. I hate him because he's a perv. I hate him. Disgusting. And then we cut to the bestie who's getting like her evaluation done. The oldest bestie, the one that was crying, she goes and she gets her like full bill of health. It's like, oh my god, girl, you're like so good. Like you are actually like doing so well. Like you could be a girl half your age. And she's like, oh my god, slay me. Oh my god. So yeah, it makes her feel better. And I don't want anyone to take that away from her. Spoiler alert, someone does. Because like later they go on the beach with all the besties. All the besties are there chilling, talking about like how their days went. And then the actress girl was like, oh, he said that to me. And then she's probably like, he probably says that to everybody because he said that to me too. And like, she couldn't just like have that. They're gonna kill each other. So Lannister dad didn't get scheduled for any of this. He's very much like, don't do this to me. Also, don't take away my phone. Something's going on with that man's business. Something is going on because he's still getting calls. He steps away. And even like one of the spa ladies is like, please, can you come back to the spa? You're supposed to be relaxing. And he's like, this is relaxing. He doesn't say that, but like, you can tell a businessman. And then we cut to Walton Goggins, who's meditating with this apparently very big specialist who's good at like relaxation, finding your zen. But he's just like, I'm depressed. Everything bad is happening to me. I hate my life. I'm sad. Basically. So she starts to like try to find his center, find like a more core reasoning for this, and it just kind of gets very depressing because he's very depressing. And then a little reality hits, and then you start hearing the theme song with monkeys in the screen. You know, the that starts playing with monkeys on. And then we come back to Mook. Something's going on. Like, every interaction that Mook has, especially with the security guard, it's like the security guard's being like genuine. Like, he's like, I like you, you're great, what is this sus activity? And she's like, nothing's wrong. Whatever. And then we cut to the 2 younger Lannister kids who are out on hammocks in the middle of the ocean. Again, rich people activities. And they're talking about just like life and everything in general. And the subject is brought up of sex. It's so weird. They are so weird. And the brother's like, my older brother said that you're a virgin. And she's like, why is that your business? And then it got really weird. And he's like, well, are you? And it was weird. And then something exciting happens. A robbery. Yay. So at the time of the robbery, baby Billy's girlfriend, Chelsea, cutie patootie, she's in the store. She's looking at like necklaces and stuff. And she's with the model friend who like accompanied her there, who's in the changing room at the time that this happens, conveniently. But a dude just comes in through security because the security guard was distracted by a guy who was on a bike who was like, hey, I'm in a fight. Do you want to come to my show? I'm sure they're not related. But anyway, he comes in, smashes the glass, takes this necklace and some other stuff, I think, and runs out. He has a gun the whole time. That doesn't kill anyone, doesn't hurt anybody, but he takes the jewelry. They run out. On their way out, they like knock the security guard out. It's a whole thing. Police come. Great. That's the drama of the day. And then we just go to dinner. And then we just go to dinner. And then we just go to dinner. No one's gonna just like chill in their room and recover from this. We're just gonna go to dinner. After all, there's a show. The hotel owner is doing like this sing-song sort of like opening show, which is really cool. The general manager comes in, you know, Michael Cera's dad. I will learn his name. And he's like, I want to sing. I want to be a performer. And then the besties are like, you should. And he's like, no. And then he runs away. It's not weird. Everything has purpose in this show, I swear to God. And then we cut to Greg, who now is going by Gary. Didn't catch that until episode 2. He's going by Gary now with his model girlfriend, and he's at dinner with Walton Goggins and Chelsea. It's weird, like the dynamic between Greg and his girlfriend, like there's zero chemistry. There's something where he's like, well, you're from Canada, right? And she's like, I'm French. And it's like, well, that's the same thing, you know, Quebec. It was weird. Like, I know he doesn't care about his wives. We all saw what happened with him and Tanya, but like, what are you doing here, Greg? What are you doing? And they have like this exchange about like, well, what do you do? And he's like, well, I'm retired. And Walton is like, well, what did you do? And he's like, this and that. And it's like, anyway, sus as hell. Sus is all hell. And then we cut to the Lannisters again. Dad gets another call, and so he just straight up leaves dinner and to like go to the front of the hotel, take this call. It's the business partner that everyone was like calling him about to interview about, who's having a panic attack in the office. And like halfway through the call, I realized it's Kuhei Kwan. I could recognize that voice anywhere. But he's screaming because it's like the FBI just raided my office. Like, oh my God, all this stuff is happening. I'm ruined. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, sir, like I was stressed. I'm still stressed. I'm still very stressed about that situation, that phone call. Like if I was on the other side of the world and my business partner was calling me and like all like, I'm stressed. The call happens, he hangs up, and we just go back to dinner. We just go back to our hotel room. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then we end the episode where the besties are now talking again. The 3 besties, you know, having bestie time. And this time, the actress girl leaves first to go get ready for bed and all of that. And now the 2 friends left over, the one who has like low self-esteem and then the one who's from Texas that I don't trust, who's like uptight, they start talking and slowly start getting into the subtle backhanded talking, you know, as besties do, I guess. And this time though, the actress bestie, she can kind of hear them. She kind of hears them talking about her. Yeah, that's how it ended. That's how it ended. We just zoom out and that's the situation right now. So what are my predictions now? I definitely think the monkeys are involved with the death that happens. And when I think about episode 1, there were gunshots that were going off in the resort. And it didn't seem like it was like, it didn't sound organized. It sounded very chaotic. I want to believe a monkey got a gun. I'm not even joking. Deadass, I feel like a monkey got a hold of a gun because in the previews, everyone's being shown with a gun. And so like they're trying to set everyone up to be the shooter. I fully think everyone just has a gun because here's the thing about White Lotus. For anyone who is watching this season, if this is your first season, if you've watched the past seasons, the deaths that happen in the first 2 seasons are all based on silly, stupid circumstances. It's not intended. It's not like it was planned. It wasn't. They just happened. So I fully predict that the monkeys grab a gun. I don't know who dies yet. I can't predict that. I couldn't predict the deaths of the first 2 episodes at all until like it happened. And at that point, it's just witnessing it. You're not even predicting it anymore. But that's my hunch right now of how it happens. Monkeys get a hold of a gun, all hell breaks loose. Belinda. I forgot to talk about Belinda. Oh my God, I forgot to talk about Belinda. She catches a glimpse of Greg and recognizes him. She doesn't do anything, but she definitely like is like, her soul touched that man, and she knows this. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. He better not touch Belinda. Anyway, that's all for this week's Weecap Wednesdays. I will see y'all next week for episode 3. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I get nervous. Like, I know like the death that's gonna happen is gonna be dumb, but like it's the plot. It's the plot of this show that just like watching rich people just go through it, you know? Anyway, thank you. Thank you for coming to Weecap Wednesday. Kapkunka.